Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're going to do a detailed camera review of the Redmi 4 Prime. So Xiaomi Redmi 4 Prime is the latest budget offering under the Redmi series, and this comes with a 5-inch Full HD display. It's powered by the Snapdragon 625 octa-core chipset coupled with 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage. So this device is not yet available in India, but this is being announced in China last year, and we actually imported it from China. And this comes with a 13 megapixel rear camera with f2.2 aperture and a dual tone dual LED flash, and a front facing 5 megapixel camera again with f2.2 aperture. So camera wise, it's quite a decent aspect camera, and let's first have a look at the camera interface, then we'll talk about the camera samples taken in different light conditions. So overall this is quite a good device in terms of the specifications. So let's see how good the camera is. So let's open the camera interface, and you could see the typical Xiaomi interface with a lot of modes and options. We have you can see there are some additional filters included here, so you can just take some filters out of this icon, and here we have the option to switch to front facing camera. The modes on top, we have the option to turn on or off the LED flash, and HDR can also be turned on. Now going to the modes, we have a plethora of modes included. Panorama, timer mode is there, audio mode, manual mode can control the exposure, white balance and other stuff, and we have a beautify mode, scene mode, tilt shift, etc. So these are some of the modes included in the camera. If you go to the settings, again a lot of additional features are included, like QR code scanning is there. You can set the picture quality as high, face detection, age and gender can be shown here. So these are some of the useful options in the camera interface. So now let's come back to the camera interface. So here we have the option to take pictures, view the gallery and record videos. So if you go to the video recording, again we have a time-lapse mode, and video recording can be Full HD. So Snapdragon 625 does support 4K recording, but that is not being enabled here. But then considering that this is a budget smartphone, not much of issue there. Now let's go to the camera samples and see how good the camera samples have come in this device. So let's first analyze the daylight shots taken, and here are some of the daylight shots, and you could see that the color quality of the daylight shots looks pretty good for a budget offering, and detailing also looks pretty good, but the sharpness levels could have been better. If you look at the edges of the photos, you could see that the sharpness levels are not that great, but then again considering the budget device, it is quite acceptable level, and the overall clarity of the photos looks quite good. The photos are pretty natural in color quality, it's not overexposed or underexposed, and the photos look quite good for a budget offering. Now the color saturation levels are also quite decent. Quite often you would see Xiaomi devices having saturated images, but that's not the case with the Redmi 4 Prime. It does produce some decent results overall. You could also see some of the close-up images taken, and again we would say the sharpness levels were not up to the mark, or could have been better, and the overall clarity of the photos looks quite good, and the color quality again is pretty decent. So that was the daylight shots taken with the Redmi 4 Prime, and overall we would say the camera performs pretty well, and the dynamic range also looks pretty impressive. Now looking at the low light images, again we would say it's a decent camera overall in the daylight shots. So you could see that the colors have been retained well, and the detailing also looks pretty decent. The noise levels have been considerably reduced, but then again the sharpness level were not really impressive on this camera. But then you could see that the overall clarity of the photos taken even in low light was acceptable, because it's a budget device offering, and it's priced lower than the Redmi Note 4 with the same specifications. So that was the images taken in low light experience. Now let's have a look at the selfie experience. So let's open the camera and let's just have a look at the selfie experience. So you could see the modes, timer and audio mode is included. Then you could also enable the beautify mode, and you can also enable the beautify mode here. There are smart, pro and 2 modes are included, and you can also adjust the settings here. There is also some filters included in the front facing camera. Now let's have a look at some of the front facing camera samples taken, and you could see that the selfie experience is also quite good, but you could see that the skin tones and the color quality feel slightly muted, but overall a decent selfie experience considering the budget segment. But you won't be disappointed with the selfies, but it's not really the best selfie out there, but acceptable level selfies from a Redmi 4 Prime. So that was the camera experience of the Redmi 4 Prime. Now let's have a look at the video recording. So this device, as I said before, can record videos in 1080p, and this is a sample video taken with this device, and overall the videos are pretty rich in color quality. Overall clarity also looks quite good. Again, you could see the sharpness levels could have been slightly better, but then again the video recording, we would say, is again an acceptable level for a budget smartphone. So that was the camera review of the Redmi 4 Prime. So as of now, this device is not available in India, and if you plan to buy this, you need to import it from China. And overall, we would say this is definitely a good budget device with a decent camera experience overall, be it the rear camera or the front facing camera or the video recording. Almost every aspect, it is definitely above average camera. So that is the detailed camera review of the Redmi 4 Prime. Hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.